Thank you for your question and your message about your husband's late coming. There are people who it is their habits. It's a very bad habit actually for people to be coming back late at night. A lot can happen at night. A lot can happen even in those areas that they are going to. And many a time the wife or whoever they live with may not even know where they are. So it's a very bad habit actually. But I'm sorry you're going through that in your own marriage. According to you, this is like almost a daily thing, coming back so late at night. Couple things here. It might be late to talk about the first thing I want to talk about, and that has to do with before you marry somebody, find out their lifestyle. Because there are some people who nothing might change because they are used to it. If you meet somebody in the club and almost every day you see them there and you end up marrying them, guess what? They may not change. They might always continue to go to the club. If you meet somebody at late night events on a regular basis and you now marry them and you now have problem with him coming back late, guess what? That's where you met him. So this is for those who are not yet married. To be careful who you marry, who you say I do to, because character does not change easily. People tend to remain who they are. So before you marry, please be careful and make sure you're marrying people whose lifestyle you will appreciate and live with. But on your own case, as a married person with a husband who comes back late, couple things. Who are his friends? Shakespeare will say, tell me who you go with and I'll tell you who you are. If his friends are the late night kind of people, chances are that he will continue with that. So you must start working on his friends. You may not talk to his friends, but you have to talk to your husband and have that conversation with him. Encourage him to be friends with people who can add value to his life and not those who will always talk about things that may not add value to the life of the family and the life of the marriage. Remember that late night goes with a lot of things. It goes with spending money also. So if you're a late night person on a regular basis, chances are that you will not be able to save as much as you would have, because late night is usually in a club or in a hangout or in a joint or something, and it goes with spending money on food, on drink, on whatever that goes with it. Late night also goes with possibility of meeting people who may not be very good for your marriage. Women, ladies who are doing funny things. Late night can also threaten somebody's marriage, because that's where a lot of things can happen. So a lot goes with late night. So you need to start talking, having that conversation with your husband on change of character, on taking resolutions on how to move your life forward, his life forward. That's one. The second thing also is to ask that question: why is my husband coming back late? Is there anything pursuing him from the family? If you look at this video clip that we have here, you will see that the woman understood exactly how to work with the husband, and the husband understood how to work with the woman. It's a very beautiful imagery of how a marriage should be. I'm sure they are trying to teach something, but it's a big lesson right here. How a woman should sometimes keep your mouth shut, and how a man should sometimes close your ears. Your ears should be open to the concerns of your wife, but it's not everything you will hear and make issue out of it. Certain things you pretend as if you did not hear them instead of making trouble over them. And a woman, it's not everything that you get to the end of it. If you are the nagging type, your husband may not want to be coming back early to the house. And a man who used to tell me, Father, I come in such a way that 5 minutes after I come in, I'm already asleep because I cannot handle her trouble. Just think about it. If you're the type that nags too much and there's no peace in the house, the man will want to come back very late. In fact, he wants to come back when you're already asleep. So it may not be the issue or the case here, but I want you also to look at it. Look at your behavior towards him, the type of chemistry you have, kind of conversation you have, what is your communication like, are you an interesting person? Really, I mean, I had an encounter some time ago in one of the seminars I did, a man who said that the wife is so boring, she cannot hold a conversation, the man is looking for where to go and have engaging conversations and have some fun. So every woman should try to make the home a comfortable place for your husband, so that he will want to come back as early as possible. I know men who want to rush back home because they know that peace is waiting for them at home. Love, happiness is waiting for them at home. So create a comfortable, beautiful environment for your husband to want to return to, so that he will be in a hurry to return back home. That's one. The other thing is, sometimes it may not be a bad idea to hang out with your husband once in a while. I had this intervention some time ago of a woman who, my husband's only coming late. I say, hang out with him. And before you know it, they started hanging out together once in a while. And I mean, at least she's able to know what is happening with her husband because she's right there with him. At least she has some peace of mind that he's safe, and also some peace of mind that he's not messing up out there. The other thing here, what I told the lady at some point some years ago about the husband going out to drink, I said, why not buy the drinks and keep them in the house, and keep it in the fridge in the house, and whatever will take him out there to drink, he can drink it at home. Even though some will still want to go out to drink because it's actually a social event for some men. But again, that can also be an approach, a way to go about going out to drink. Another thing is, men like to watch soccer, ball. But a certain woman can also show interest in soccer, show interest in ball, and have your husband watch it with you at home. The thing is that many people don't like watching ball alone. See, that's why some men like to go out to viewing center or whatever to watch ball and drink and come back late. But if they have a partner, somebody who shows interest in ball, so that people like to talk about the game as they are watching the game. And if there's nobody to talk about the game with, for them it's not fun. So they want to go to where they can view it with others. But if they are viewing it with you at home, maybe they can talk about it with you. That can also be a strategy for keeping your husband at home. The other thing here is trying to be an interesting partner. I'm talking to women today, so I'm not saying women are guilty alone. Men are also guilty of this, but because I'm talking to this is addressing woman issues, so I'm going to talk about ladies. It's good for a lady to try to be an interesting partner to your spouse. Be interesting. Let your company be enjoyable. Let your husband enjoy being around you. Whether we like it or not, people don't like to be around in a place where they will not feel happy and feel some element of joy and excitement. So provide that in your home, so that your husband will find it interesting and fun to be at home, to come back early. But I think the image here speaks a lot. There comes a time when you need to shut your mouth, really. The first thing to ask your husband when he's late is, now what happened? Are you okay? I've been worried. Okay, and not what's the problem. When you start with that, chances are that there'll be problem immediately. Give him benefit of the doubt. Did he have a flat tire? Was there a problem? I've been worried. This and that and that and that. That concern should come first. When he did not give you a good reason, then he can, express your mind in a very constructive way. But some don't even want to know. Maybe your husband had issue along the road, and you're already mad that he's coming back late, not knowing that he should actually be concerned. Some men actually have it as a bad habit of coming back late. It's not as if that's a good reason. So it's not in all cases that men have good reason for coming back late. But generally, I think it's a character he has built over the years. It may not change overnight, but gradually as you're working on him with these different approaches, hopefully something will start changing. Because there are consequences of coming back late. I mean, you're not really in the life of your children when you're a late comer. Before you get back, they're already asleep. You don't know how they did. You don't know what they went through during the day. You don't know what school was like for them that day. Yeah, I mean, you're basically a stranger in your home as a man, as a husband who comes back late all the time. So it's actually a bad habit, and men should work on it. But a woman should also try all you can to help your husband come out of that bad habit. I hope this helps. I pray that God will intervene in your marriage and bless your home. Take care. God bless.